Just waiting so I can see people coming in. Nothing as yet. I'll just shuffle my cards, waiting. Hi, Linda. Good timing with the dogs there, eh? Hi, Linda. Hi, Tanita. Hi, Scorpio. I'll just wait for a few people to come on and then I will get started. Facebook user, hello. Hello. Good if I could get your name. Okay. Well, I'll start piling on in a few minutes. Should do. This is from dad or boyfriend and spirit. What I do is I work with tarot and with the spirit world as well. So whatever comes through for me, I always start off with tarot anyway, and then normally I come through. And how I actually work is, first of all, I'll introduce myself. Sorry, I'm Lorraine Bennett, a psychic medium. So I work with tarot and I work with, with spirit. So how I work is I pick somebody, I'm drawn to somebody, and then I will read for them. And I'll try and get through as many as I can. So we will see. Cornelia Dutton, hi there. Hi. And there was also 13 here. Unless I might repeat myself, but that's just me, because I'm not very, I don't remember names. That's why I always say they never come through to me in spirit, because I'm absolutely hopeless at them. Okay, just wait for another few minutes to come on, if that's okay. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is enjoying the weather wherever you are. I am very lucky because I'm in Spain, so the weather here is absolutely gorgeous at the moment. I've not had any of the floods here. James McMillan, hi there. Hey there. Right, I'm going to just give another minute so I can get started, because I know already I'm drawn to people here. So I want to try and get, as I say, try to get through as many as I can. Is having issues showing people's names, right? Okay, Anita. Okay, right. I'm just going to get started because I think actually what's happening is that the people are coming on here, but it's Facebook's having problems having issues with people's names. So I'm just going to. Hi, Marianne. Hi, AM. This is why I think Facebook users coming on, that name, right? Okay, so it's different people that's coming on. Right, okay. I am going to get started, everybody. Okay, and what I would really like you to do is that when I start actually reading, and when I come to you, try and comment as much as you can to give me my feedback. Okay, it's really, really important to me, just to make sure I'm on the right track. Okay, because I don't want to be going on and then you think this doesn't make sense to me, and it should make sense. So just say yes, no, I don't know. That's all I need to know. Just keep giving me the comments though. When I do come to you. Okay, right, I'm going to come to Scorpio 1111 because that is who I'm really, really drawn to. And so Scorpio 1111. Okay, let me see what happens here for you. Okay, Scorpio, I don't know if that's obviously a plus sign or whatever, but I do know, you're actually at the moment, I feel you're doing something, you just don't know how to do it. That sounds really silly, very generic, maybe, but I'm not really getting it. You know that things are good, okay? You know that things are good. You know you're strong enough to cope with the situation. Can't really get what the situation is at the moment, but you feel it's just not going the right way for you. And I hope that makes sense. Scorpio 1111. Okay. I do know straight away this man has come through. This man has this distinctive smell of a gentleman has come through. And I do feel I feel it is father Scorpio. If it's not father, it's a father figure. And I do know he has this distinctive smell, but I'm not getting aftershave. I'm not saying it's a dirty smell or anything like that, but there's something about the smell of him. This is how he wants to come in and portray yourself. And he's trying to help you with the situation that is actually going on. I do know that you have to move really fast to make this work for you. Okay, you to get rid of, you're strong enough, because I've got the strength card, you're strong enough to make this work. It's just the balance of it. Just move forward, and he's actually said just move forward as much as possible now, and it will be the start of a new beginning for you. It will definitely be the start. Okay, I've got the Ace of Swords here. Okay, stop thinking about it and just do it. Okay, Scorpio, I hope this is making sense to you. Now, this gentleman that's through, who I do feel is father figure, I don't know why, but he's showing me it's like an orchard. Or sorry, a place full of trees, and I do feel this is a memory for you. And he's also showing beyond the trees there is a water base. There's water, and there's also a boat on this water. So I say, I hope this is I'm just asking just to give me a memory, which is very poignant. Now I do know you've got 1111, but I do know number 11 is very significant to you. So it's either November or number 11, and I want to give you 46 as well. And I feel it's a door. It won't let me comment. Okay, that's okay. Doesn't matter. I feel that the number 46 is also very relevant. And again, this could be the door number. Okay. I also get with this gentleman who I feel is father, was a smoker. And I think that's what the smell is. It smells like stale smoke to me. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. He wants you to push forward. He wants you just to get on with it. You know, as you're thinking, you're humming and hawing, you don't know if it's right. So I said at the beginning, I don't know if it's going the right or the wrong way. But do me a favour, he's saying just go ahead and do it. You know in your gut instinct you have to do it anyway. I feel it's a house move. Okay, it does make sense, yes, right. I feel it's a house move or something to do with a property, if that also makes sense to you, okay? But he's pushing you to do it, right? And he's laughing. And I do feel this gentleman, who I feel is father, was a really lovely gentleman when he was here, okay? He was a very nurturing father, if that makes sense to you, okay? And he just wants all the best for you. He's around you all the time. Okay, he's giving you maybe the generic Robin. I know it's generic, but he's giving me it, so I have to think. And I do know this Robin sits and looks at you, and you do feel as if it's him. Okay, and again, I keep hearing dad, dad, dad. So I hope that makes sense to you, Scorpio. Okay, I'm going to leave all his love with you. Go ahead and do the situation. And I say, I feel it's property or a house move. Okay, it is your dad. Perfect. Okay. Well, listen to him. Listen to him. He's guiding you. He's pushing in the right direction. Okay. He's just drawn to me. I've got another sort of cards that I do here, and he says, I always give you a good night kiss. This is the card that I pull, and this is what he says to me. But I also feel sometimes, not often, but sometimes you just know he's there when you're in bed. Okay. And I hope that makes sense to you, Scorpio. And I'm going to leave your father's love with you. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right. Okay. And I thank Dad for coming through as well. Right. Let me see what else I can get for you. Who's going to come to? Right. Can I come to James McMillan, please? James. Picked up the wrong card. So James. Right. James. Let me see what I have for you. James, do you understand twins, either here or in the spirit world? Because I've just got the pair that's just come in. And so they want to talk about yeah, you're on there, that's great. So James, I'm seeing twins. There's some sort of relevant for twins. If you could just let me know about that anyway. The first people's come through. And with these twins, yes, you're there, good. I also see a lady who's a grandmother who is standing next to these twins, if that makes sense. Let me know, okay? And I do know this hangman just seems to love this at the moment. The hangman, again, I feel you've needed an awful lot of patience. Something's going on with your emotions. You know, you're one of these people that you can't stop thinking, and you keep rushing things, if this makes sense. You rush things, you just keep doing, you keep moving forward. Sometimes you do it without thinking, and sometimes this can actually get you into a bit of a muddle, if that makes sense, okay? But I do know you have to slow down, right? No link to twins, but keep the twins because they're here. They might never have actually been born, but there might be something, so keep it, okay? Because they're just little people, and they're with a grandmother, okay? So I take it you've got a grandmother's, but this lady here, it's either mother or grandmother actually, because she's just shown me as my mum who's here. But I have to say to you, this lady was very, very glamorous when she was younger, if that makes sense, okay? Keep the twins. But do you understand that you just can't stop thinking? You can't stop thinking, okay? But remember, you need to be more patient. This is what I'm hearing. There is quite a lot of deceit that's been going on in your life, that's possibly still going on in your life. I feel it is still going on in your life. Just making me feel, I'm also feeling this lady who's come through is making me feel really breathless. And I do know when I get that she did have a very bad breathing problem. Okay. I'm not saying that's what she passed with, but I know because she's making me feel, again, it's either her or through you. Okay. And I do know that you're having to move forward. You've got to move forward. Take your time. Stop this rushing, because I say it has been getting you in a muddle in the past. Okay. So stop the rushing. And this is what this lady, actually, I feel it's more mum. Actually, now it's just, tell me what it is, but I feel she's more mum than grandma, but very, very glamorous when she was younger. It's with me also, Saki, the breathless, but also with this lady. Okay, right, okay. So I also do know that you're also a very stubborn man, James. Okay, this is what she's telling me. You're stubborn, okay. So get rid of all these traits, because you're a lovely guy. So he's a lovely, lovely man. Just let things go, relax a bit. Oh, right, okay, perfect grandmother, she died, very glamorous though. And also, she just wants you just to stop being so stubborn, just relax a little bit more, and things will start moving. And she's also telling me as well, you must trust your intuition, okay? And I feel, in fact, she's making me feel you're somebody who sometimes does and sometimes doesn't, and when it doesn't, you realise you should always trust your intuition, okay? And I'm just going to say, she said, when she, as you said, she passed young. But it's funny. I've got these special cards which I love them. They're called "Talking to Heaven" by James Van Praagh, and I always just throw one of these at the end when I'm doing this. And it's interesting because she get, it was my time to go, and that's interesting, James, because you said it was your grandmother and she died young, so that really fits perfect. She's with you. She's with you. I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time, okay, and she's one of your guides that's trying to guide you, okay, that's what she's telling me, okay. Again, she was a lovely, lovely woman. I feel this was on your mother's side, if this is correct. I feel this was on your mother's side, and I feel your mother really took after her as well, okay, so if that makes sense. So I'm going to leave all her lovely Janes, just a few wee traits there, just to, if you can, stop rushing things, be a bit more patient, and don't be so stubborn. Sorry about that, but that's what I'm getting, okay? And thank you so, James, for coming on to this. And I'll thank your grandmother as well. I'm not really getting a lot of names here to say hi to. I'm really sorry about that. So Facebook user. So hi to everybody who is coming on. David Jones, hi. I'm getting, yeah. Let me just see who else I'm getting. There must be someone on Facebook. It's all Facebook users. That's a shame. Let me just have a look. Elsa, hi there. Diane Steele, the names are underneath, I've been told to put on, that's fine. It's quite hard to Ariane, hi there. I would like to come to Elsa, please. Elsa Hag. Elsa Hag, that'd be great. Okay, Elsa Hag, let me just see what I have for you, Elsa. Elsa. Let me see. Elsa, I'm getting pain in my eyes at the moment, okay? My eyes are sore. So I do know either the person who's coming in from spirit has got something wrong with their eyes, or it's you that's got something wrong. But I do know there's something. I'm going a bit blurry, actually. So if that makes sense to you, it's either them or you, okay? I am getting a gentleman in just now, and I do know he had very bad mobility problems. I do know he's trying to get up from his seat and he can't get up from his seat. Only showing me this is what he was like when he was live here. He's not like that now, if that makes sense. And I do feel it looks like grandfather to me. I'm asking him, I'm saying, who are you? And he's not telling me, but he looks like grandfather. He was a very stubborn man, actually. This makes sense to you, this gentleman. And as I say, I do know he had mobility problems. Do you understand the eye problem as well, either with yourself or with him as well? I also feel at the moment you've just started a new job. Okay, you either started a job or you started something new that you're working with. Okay, brand new concept, new beginning for you, and it's going well, okay? And I feel it's a job that you've had to be very patient with. You've got to be patient in this job. If that makes sense, you just let me know. And I do feel it's quite high profession as well. Okay, so yes, he was. Okay. I don't know if it's the eyes or the mobility, but if you can understand, right? And it is grandfather, I take it. But if you understand this bit about the job situation, because he does want to talk about it, he says you do look up at the stars and you do wish upon a star because he sees you doing this, if that makes sense to you, okay? And he's telling me, you can do anything that you want. You're just one of these people, you can put your hand to anything. You're just so good. But this gentleman's so proud of you. You would say that anyway, but I know as well you are the type of person that you can put your hand to anything. It doesn't matter what it is, if that makes sense, okay? But you do also need to take a wee bit of rest, okay, to give you some bit more stability. Or you started, it's not coming up, you started a spiritual healing practice. Brilliant. New concept, like fantastic. Well, you're going to do very well with it anyway. I mean, and the star is so important. If you thank your lucky stars and he sees you doing it, well done. But you can do anything, if that makes sense. You can do absolutely anything, okay? And I'm sorry about this. I'm having to look at the side of the room because I'm not getting the comment properly on this side. So, well done, Elsa. He is watching you. He is guiding you, okay? There's a lady standing beside him with her hand on his shoulder. I do know these two were very, very close, very, very close, and they're both in spirit, and they're both watching over you, okay? Gentle, gentle souls. But he's actually telling me you couldn't mess with him. You just couldn't mess with him. He was the sort of person who was very stern, very, very stern, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so I'm going to leave this, Elsa. There's not very much to say to you because really they're just so proud. You've started your healing practice. I know you're going to be doing well with it because it's come through as a new concept, and I know you have to be patient, which makes sense. And it's of a good profession, which it is, as we know it is. Okay, they're with you. I mean, they're just with you and they are watching you. And again, I'm not just saying it, but they are. I just feel the proudness, just make me feel so, so proud. But they're also helping you. And I do feel there's the lady who's come in who's also spiritual in some way. Okay, in fact, I think she was a medium. I heard the word medium, so I feel that she was a medium as well. Okay, so and so you take after her. You take after her. So I'm going to leave their love with you, Elsa. Okay, and I have to send them. I have to send them your love. No, they have to send you their love, if that makes sense. Okay, and thank you so much for taking it, and I'm going to thank you them so much too. Okay, right, Trish, hi there. I'm sorry, this can't get a lot of names because I say this Facebook users. Billy Diamonds, hi there. I'm just going to scroll up and down here. If everyone not said hi to, it's just because it's just the way this is working at the moment. But hi to anybody. Michelle Olivier, let me see. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. I just don't want to miss people out. I need. I don't know. Right, I'm going to come to Gaynor. Gaynor. It says Facebook user, but Gaynor. And it says hello from a fellow self Gaynor. Okay, that makes sense to you. Gaynor. Okay, if that's perfect. Okay, it's come off. Okay, let me see what I have for you. Okay, I've got a lady who's just stepped forward here who I think is your aunt, actually, Gaynor. She's tall, slim lady, quite tall, slim lady. I do know that she liked her nails painted, and I do know that she liked her jewellery as well, but not over jewellery, not too much jewellery, but she did like her rings. I'm seeing her rings, okay? I don't know if you've got any information to tell that at the moment, okay? She's it's definitely her aunt, and I feel it's your mum's sister. It's not your mum's sister, it's your dad's, but your aunt, okay? If this makes sense, if you could just put a comment for that, just to make sure I'm on the right track. I have to talk about the nose ring. Who has got the nose ring? It's really strange because this is what she showed me. So yeah, that's a strange one. She's very quiet lady at the moment. Okay, she's coming, and that's obviously what she was like in life. She's telling me you've had a lot of changes and challenges that have been going on in your life. Okay, especially in the material world. Really a lot of changes and challenges. They are still there, but it's brought you into, like, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is the new concept. So it's now, you feel not like a new person, but things have settled now and things have started anew for you. if that's any idea. You don't know about the nose ring, but again, just keep that, okay? Because I've just seen, I don't know what it is, but she's deliberately showing me it. Okay, do you understand the antho gainer? Just to make sure I'm on the right track. But I do know that you have had lots of changes and challenges, and I do know that things have settled down for you, and you, as I say, you have started this new concept, okay? You're having to make lots of emotional choices at the moment, and you're actually not sure of which way to go because you have had a lot of heartbreak in your life, okay? You have had a lot of heartbreak, but things are settling. They're definitely settling slowly but surely for you. You feel that your stability is coming back, okay? Yes, I do. Perfect. Okay, your stability is coming back to you slowly but surely because you've made all these changes that you've had to. It's interesting because you've actually had 2 4s straight one after the other, one for the material world, a lot of material work going on here, and one for home and for your work status as well. Okay, so there's 2 4s here, which to me is stability, and I do feel there's not even instability, it is stability that's going on here. So things are definitely looking up for you. You've had to use all your strength in this, all your strength. This is this lady doing, and the sun is now, there you go, the sun, see if you get that, because my blurred background, the sun is now shining for you. So it is getting better and better. Okay, I'm not saying it's completely completed as yet, but it will be, and you're going to have the confidence. Okay, you're having confidence to say, "I've done this. Okay, I've got through it, and I've done this. This is what this lady is making me feel." Now, the lady with the nose, well, she's not got the nose ring. She's just showing me the nose ring. She's wearing this most beautiful coat, which should be very relevant, okay? And this coat has got some beautiful buttons on the coat, okay? It's got a stand-up collar, and I feel you've either got a photograph of this lady wearing this coat, but it should be, or you have this coat, but it should be very, very significant, okay? I do know this lady, generic, but is definitely sending you flowers, and she's with you, and again, she's one of your spirit guides as well, okay? I feel she didn't pass too, it was a few years ago, you know, it wasn't like many years ago, it was a few years ago, but I feel also you were close to her when you were here, if this makes sense to you, okay? As I said, I'm not getting much feedback here because of the way Facebook's working at the moment, but I hope this is making sense, okay? Because I want to leave your aunt's absolute love with you. But she's just saying she's only one thought away, and whenever you need her, she's seen the heartbreak, she's seen everything. Oh, that's perfect. Well, not perfect, Sucker, but you totally understand. Great. Now, she's only a thought away. So you need to ask her for help as well. Whenever you need help from anybody, this is for everybody in the spirit world, you just ask, okay? And they will help you for your highest good. You've got your free will, but they will help you. But if you don't ask, you don't get, because they're not allowed to interfere, okay? It's universal now. So if that all makes sense. And thank you so much, Gaynor, for taking that, and I'll leave all this lady's love with you, okay? And I still feel it's definitely Auntie, so if that makes it. She wore a big fur coat with a big stand-up collar to Mum's wedding. Perfect. This is just proving it's her. That's all they're doing. It's proving it's her. Wonderful. In fact, you're giving me goosebumps there anyway. I like the validation just to make sure, okay? Wonderful lady, she's around you, okay? So take her love, because she's certainly sending it. And thank you so much for coming on here, Steve. Thank you. Joanne Lewis, hi there. Let me see who else is here. Good morning from Canada, whoever that may be. Trish, Joanne Lewis, sales, let's see. Rachel, hi there. I think what we need to do is, I think the name has to be put in the chat. I think that's what Stacey's trying to say, because it's not coming up here. So if you could put your name in the chat as well before you put another message, and that way I can see who it is, because I need the name to be drawn to them. Okay, Mary, I think it's, or Marie, sorry, Line, hi there. Deborah, hi there. Let me have a look. Michelle, Olivia, I think she come to you. That doesn't make any difference. Right, I am going to go to, remember guys, put your name in the comments, because your actual name's not coming up. Right, Patricia Monaghan. Yes, Patricia Monaghan. Can I come to you, please? Can I come to Patricia? Let me have a look. We'll see Patricia Monaghan. Okay, right. Patricia. I've got a gentleman's just stepped forward for you, Patricia. Tall, dark, and handsome, and he is tall, dark, and handsome. I feel that this man was either a businessman or he definitely didn't work with his hands. He was a businessman anyway. Okay, he's coming very, very smart, tall. He's wearing looks like a suit, but that just tells me that there could be a businessman. I'm just making sure that you've got this okay because otherwise I can't go through. Just sorry about this, guys. I just Patricia, are you there? Patricia Monaghan. Okay. So this top is here anyway. So I'm going to have to say he's here. There you go. Thanks. He is here, and he's actually coming. I feel this is Dad, Patricia. No, it's not Patricia. It's Patrick. See, I can't see it. Sorry, the glasses. Patrick. I feel this is Dad. Okay, if this makes sense to you, and I feel that he was a businessman or some sort of business, but he wasn't. He didn't work with his hands to do that. But he's standing beside a desk. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, Patrick. Right. So let me see what he has to say. Okay. He's saying that you've made an awful lot of choices. You've had an awful lot of choices. A lot's been going on with you as well. A lot of choices. And you've been sailing away from all this rubbish that you've actually had in your life. And I feel actually it's practically gone. The situation is practically gone. I do feel this was with a partner, Patrick. If this makes sense, it's with a partner. And I do feel this gentleman has been with you all the way, absolutely all the way. I am feeling that the situation now is moving forward, okay, and now you're flying basically. You're flying. You're looking forward to the next stage in your life, if that makes sense, okay. But you need to calm it a little bit because you need to slow down, okay. Right, not sure to be honest. That's absolutely fine, because I need the validation, okay, to make sure this is definitely for you because I got the name wrong as well. But this man is definitely here, which is Dad. And I do know he was a businessman, okay, and I do feel so. If none of this makes sense, could you just tell me this, Patrick, because of the name thing? I might have got this wrong, and it's for somebody else. And if it is this for somebody else, could you please just come on and say, I actually think this is for me. It's not the way I normally work, but it's the way things are happening tonight. I do know as well is the job that you're working at just now. You also have to be. It's one of these jobs you have to be very patient. I also see an open book. I also see some sort of writing that's going on. So I don't know if it's with him or with you, Patrick. Okay. So if you could let me know, that would be fantastic. Okay. Just seeing. I'm just seeing, okay. So the sun is now shining, things are looking up. Not exactly where you want it to be yet, but I do know within 6 months it's going to be a completely new situation for you, okay? This is what this gentleman is saying. Now, this gentleman is actually showing me his gold bracelet. So I do know he had a gold, either he's got a gold bracelet or you've got a gold bracelet in your hand. And he's also was a stickler for time because he keeps looking at his watch. So I know he was. So if this makes sense to you, Patrick, as your father, okay, either father or your uncle, but I feel it's more father, but I could be wrong with that. If you could let me know, that would be great. Right, you understand that? Okay, perfect. So it's for you. Right, okay, so what he's telling me is slow down, okay? You're a strong guy. He's telling me you're a really, really strong person, okay? Because of what you've had to endure, okay? He knows you're a very patient person. He knows that, okay? So you don't have to fly as much. You don't have to fly, but he knows things are so trance writing amazing because as I could see, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, he's with you, he's watching you, and he's helping you. He's probably maybe who's actually coming in for you. Do you understand this is your father, Patrick, if this makes sense? Because he's maybe the one that's coming through for you in trance, okay? But yeah, okay, so hope all the rest of it actually makes sense for you. But I do know within the next few months, within the next 6 months, things are going to be so much better and going to be wonderful, in fact, for you, because I'm hearing the word wonderful. So I feel that was from him, okay? And I do believe you've dreamt about this man often, okay? And I will absolutely great. Thanks for the feedback, Patrick. That's super. And I feel that you do dream about him. often. So I'm going to leave his love with you anyway. Keep doing what you're doing. Wonderful, wonderful. And I'll leave all his love with you. Okay, thank you so much. Right, it's not your father, but you know who it is. Right, perfect. Portraying of self-sacrifice. I can't quite get that sometimes, especially when I'm doing it so quickly. Okay, so thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you. Let me just see who's coming here. Right, remember everybody, please put your names underneath in the comment because you're not coming through otherwise. If you want a reading, I need the name. Let me see. Nancy, can I come to you, Nancy, please? Nancy. Okay. Okay, Nancy, let me see who's come. Oh, quite a few. Right, okay. I've got a little girl that's come through for you, Nancy, and also a little boy as well. Let's go to the little girl first. Little girl. A little girl, I don't feel she really ever made it to this earth plane. I don't feel she ever did. She's only portraying herself as 2, 3 years old, 3 years old, I'm getting 3 years old. So I don't know if it was maybe 3 years ago. I don't know if you can understand the little girl, Nancy, okay? But there's also a little boy who's slightly older as well. So I feel he did make it. So let me know. It might not be your children, Nancy, but they always come through for a reason, okay? Now, these children have come through with a mum. So maybe it's either your mum or somebody's mum. Okay, so it's really important that they come through with definitely a mum. Okay, and what happens is children always come in with somebody older that was in the family or the friend's family or whatever, just to let you know that they'll never come in themselves. Okay, but I do know that it's definitely mum that's with these children. Okay. These children are just running around laughing, Nancy, just to let you know that. So I hope that does make sense to you. I have to say, tell mum I'm absolutely okay. So if you can take that, if you understand that, what they're talking about, tell mum I'm okay. Okay. I do know you're learning something new just now, Nancy. I'm not sure it's to do with work, whatever, but I do know you're starting to learn something new. Okay. You're starting on a new path for yourself. You can take the girl. Super okay. Well, the wee boy's definitely here too, but it doesn't matter. You can take the girl, tell mum I'm okay. And if you can understand the mum that she's with, that's important. Okay. Nancy, I'm getting from this lady now, you've still got to thank your lucky stars for what you do have. Now, I don't know what she means by that, even though it's pretty obvious, but you can take that how you know what she's trying to say. Thank your lucky stars, if this makes sense, okay? But I do know this journey. I'm actually getting 2 pages, and to me, that's my new journeys. But I also have to use my intuition. This is what this lady, mum, is telling me as well. Is you're also starting to take a new, not a new life. Sorry, that's the wrong word. You're starting something. Your emotions are starting to feel better. More of a good emotional journey, if that makes sense. Okay, as if you could just let me know if that makes sense to you. I do feel you've also been looking with your work side of it. You're looking for the future, and you're trying to create a better life for yourself. Okay. And I do know that the lady is actually telling me, perfect, yes, it does, great. She's also telling me, don't rush it, okay? Don't rush. You're doing this, you're doing that. I know that because you do these 2 journeys that you're starting, but she's actually telling me, don't rush it, okay? But she's also saying, stop and think before you do something, if that makes sense. Okay, because you're the type of person who will just go do it and then think, oh no, why did I do that? Okay, so just think about it before you do it. And there's a situation coming up now, and I feel it's to do with work. Just think about it before you do it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Right, and I do know that you are going to be moving forward as well. You're going to be taking action with something, and I do feel again this is material world, and I feel this is I'm getting a path, I'm getting a path that's going to a house. So I feel maybe you're thinking about moving house or something. I don't know, but I've seen this path, and then I've seen this really lovely house. So this is what she's showing me, okay? This is what she's showing me. I do know that this lady who's coming through here was a fantastic cook, okay? If you wanted basic cooking, she's telling me, I think that's really quite funny, actually. She was a fantastic cook if you like the basics. She wasn't a cordon bleu cook, and she's been funny, and that's her showing her personality. This is the type of woman she was when she was here, and as she's saying, and I still am. A very nurturing lady. And just to say, I've got the little girl. Okay, I've got the little girl. I'm sure daughter, obviously, to somebody, but I've got the daughter. So, and she's absolutely fine. Okay, absolutely fine. I need to blow you a kiss like that. So that must mean one of your mum must have actually done that to you, okay? And I'm going to leave all her love with you. And I hope that all makes sense. Okay, very true. Thanks for your comments. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, Nancy, that's you. And thank you for coming on to this. Okay, let me just see who I am drawn to. And I keep forgetting to thank the spirit world as well for coming through, but they know it's a big thank you from me, a massive thank you from me, because they're so wonderful. Oh, let me see. Why? Oh, all right. See what's happening. Some weird's happening with that as well. Right. Can I come to John Smith, please? John Smith. Okay. John Smith. Yes, you can, John. So let me get. John, is that your name? I'm getting this. I know that sounds really silly, and I don't want to insult you anyway, but is that your name, John? Anyway, let me know, because that's strange why I got that. Okay. Right. I've got a man, a very, very jolly man who's actually standing next to me just now, and he's bigger built around the tongue area. I'm being very polite about this. Okay. Very jolly man, super man, okay? And I feel he didn't have much hair at all, and the little bit of hair he had, he didn't have a comb over, but it was something like that, okay? So it's not your name. Amazing. I just had this feeling it wasn't your name. Interesting. Right, okay. Okay, John, it doesn't matter what your name is, they still come in. So you understand this man is father. This man, I feel, is father, okay? And it's him that told me it's not your name anyway. So you understand the bigger, portly, I'm going to say, but he was a jolly man when he was here, okay? But John, I'm still going to call you John. John, he was jolly, but he had a real temper, he's telling me, okay? If that makes sense to you, okay? I do know as well, you've just had the death card, which does not mean death, so it's just out with the old in with the new. So you have started something brand new, but you've got rid of the rubbish that's been there and you've started afresh. That's what that card is, a super card, actually. That's what it means, if that makes sense, okay? Because he's looking over you. I was going to say he has a temper. Yeah, yep. You don't have to tell. He's already told me. Okay, but he's such. He's come through. He's also come through with a sorry for you, John, as well. Okay, maybe it's about the temper. I don't know. Did he play the piano, or what was it, the piano? Because he's just shown me that. So see, that we absolutely love music. Sometimes it's symbolic for me, but I actually see him standing next to a piano, if that makes sense. Okay. I do know as well as out with the old and with the new, as I said to you, with that, and I do know, I feel you've moved house, you've got a new house, or the material world. I don't do health, but I also feel there has been a health issue, but it's absolutely fine now. And I also feel now you've got the number 9 to me as accomplishment of Pentacles. Life's good, life is good, or it's getting good because of what's been happening to you. Okay. Yes, that's great. Thanks, John. And I do know as well, we all need stability in our lives, which we do, but I do feel now you have now got that stability from what's happened to you, okay, which is really important. Now, this dad, if it is dad, no piano, but you understand the music then, because sometimes it's symbolic to me for music. This man who's dad, I feel his dad, he is watching you all the time, okay? Now, he's talking about somebody has, now, don't feel it's him unless somebody else has come in. But when I get a shovel and somebody's digging, it's not the garden at this point. Somebody was dug their own grave, which means they actually either smoked like a chimney, which made them pass, or something that's they drank too much, made them pass. This is the symbol he's giving me. So if this makes sense to you, and if it doesn't make sense, John, does it make sense with somebody else? Which is really important because it's so vivid in my mind, which it's important to get that. Okay, so let me know what that means. Okay, and even the piano could be connected to this other part, but it's very poignant for me to tell you this. Okay, I do know as well as you have been a loner, or you have felt very, not a loner, sorry, you've been feeling really alone or lonely. Okay, but that is passing, and it will definitely pass if it hasn't passed already. Okay, so I'm going to leave all his love with you, John, whoever your real name is. Okay, yes, somebody digging their own grave. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Yes. So he's actually given me that. So I don't know if that was with him or with somebody you knew in spirit. Okay, yes, you felt lonely. Yeah, that's but it's passing now. I know that's passing. But I'm going to leave Dad's love with you, okay? And he's, by the way, he's not an angry person anymore. He's laughing at you just now, and he's actually is a lovely, lovely gentleman, okay? That could apply to some people in my life. Yeah, but it's got to be some reason why he's bringing that in. So it couldn't just be some people. It must be one specific one he wants to either talk about. Again, we don't have time to go into this because I want to try and get through as many as I can. But if you can understand, the reason why he's bringing it in is for a reason. And that reason is that the person is still here to quit what they're doing to give them more of a fulfilling life. Okay, so I'm going to leave all his love with you, John, and thank you so much for taking that and coming on. Let me see who is. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay. Cornelia Dutton. Let me see if I can get some of these names back up. Joanne Lewis is just. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's things going on. Someone saying, has it froze? Yes, it's not been great. Rachel, True Colours 333. I'm going to come to you, please. Yes, I will come to you. Okay, Rachel. Oh, now new things are happening with this, which is better. It's actually coming up on another side. Right, Rachel, True Colours 333. I am coming to you. Right, I am also getting another set of twins in here. So I have to say it when it comes in, and I'm just wondering if this is the set of twins just trying to come in, and it looks like two girls. Okay. Rachel, True Colours 333. So I do feel this is for you. So if you can understand the twins, or it could just be twins in the family, but I feel this is twins in spirit. Okay, but let's find out. Okay, Rachel, True Colours 333. Let me see what I have to say to you. I do know there's been a lot going on in your life as well. There's a lot in everybody's life today, but I do know. But what I am feeling is, I do know it's been really, really emotional for you. It's been so sad, emotional. But you've just been looking at what's been happening. You forget, there's been some really good things that's going on as well. If this makes sense, but you were always. I feel as if you've really passed that as well. Because I do feel you're looking more to the future now. But when I get this particular card, and what was making me feel is it's been really quite tragic actually. What I'm feeling, but there's always been light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, and it's just finding that. That makes sense to you. So it's Rachel True Colours 333. If I could get you up there, that'd be super. Okay, and I do feel now you're creating a situation for yourself that you're now looking to the future. And I don't know if you're thinking about going abroad, Rachel, with this new idea or whatever you're doing. I feel it is a working situation. But let me know, okay? Because I do feel the sun is so much brighter for you now. I haven't got the sun card, it's just what I'm feeling, okay? And I do know that you've now had the confidence to walk away from the situation, okay? And I know you've had to leave some stuff behind, but you have managed to walk away. So if I could get this up, because again, it's just Facebook's so slow tonight. Rachel True Colours 333, just to make sure I am giving you the right information. Let me see if it's coming through further down. Yeah. Oh, she might not be here. She might have gone. Okay. Right. So what I'll do is I am going to I'm just going to finish it because I feel she's still here. Okay, so I do know the set of twins is definitely here anyway, and I do feel, okay, that you've had to be really strong about this situation. Okay, and I do also know that you have started something brand new with your work as well. Either again, new concept and get is a new concept or something brand new that's starting. Okay, and I do know there's something to do with the maternal side of this whole situation. It's all to do with the maternal side of yourself. Okay, so I'm going to leave her alone with you, Rachel, because I'm not sure if you are here or not, because there's no comments going on, and I would like to go on to somebody else who can validate, because I feel that people do need readings tonight. I'm really feeling it here. So thank you so much, Rachel, if you're here. Okay, and I thank whoever it is that was giving me all this information. Okay, right, let's go on to the next person. Well, we've got 15 minutes left. Okay. Okay, let me see. Can I, Marianne Harris? I feel as if I've read for you before. Let me know if I have. Anyway, I'm drawn to you anyway, so let me. I feel as if I have read for you before. Anyway, Marianne, let's see what we have for you, Marianne. Marianne, I feel I've got a mother and a grandmother here that's there. I've got two ladies and one's younger than the other, and I feel more the mother stepping forward first. So I feel that your mother is in spirit, Marianne. Let me know if that's correct or not. Okay. And I do know this lady loved her lipstick. Absolutely loved her lipstick. Yep, she's very. And I do know that this lady was not quiet when she was here. Far from it. Okay, so yes, you have. So I've got them both here, if that's what you mean, right? Okay. But I do know this mother she was like all over the place, if that makes sense to you. She wasn't just like a sit down much. She was like coming here, coming there, and she found it really hard to settle, if that makes sense. Okay. Is it your grandma? But you understand that it's all over the place, and but funny with her. I'm getting really funny with her. Lovely, lovely lady. And life is good for you, Marianne. It's really, really good for you. You've got the sun card, so I know that things are just beautiful, and I know that you're an overthinker as well. You do overthink, but I do also know you've also got a beautiful man in your life as well, a really, really nice man, if that makes sense to you. Okay, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles, so you've accomplished. Fine. I'm not saying you're rich or anything like that, but I do know you've accomplished what you have. You've got some, you're doing okay. You're doing well. In fact, you're doing well. But I do know you've had a lot of challenges going on at the moment. Okay, and that contradicts what I've just said, because I know the sun is shining for you, but for some reason it's changed. Now there's a reason why things change like that. So you can let me know against time. She's well looking over you. Oh, she's so looking over you with this. There's just one thing in your life that's causing you a bit heartache, if that makes sense, because the rest of it's great. Does this make sense to you? Yeah, you've got a very supportive husband. That does make sense, because I know that, because when that felt it, But I do know there has been a lot of just now I'm feeling something going on, and I don't feel it's with you. I feel it's with either a son or a grandson, a son or a grandson. This changes, and it's to do with work or something. But you're thinking about it all the time, and it's not for you to think about. It's for him to sort out for himself, if that makes sense. Is Grandma showing a silver angel? Well, I'm going to show you something, Marianne, because I have pulled this card. Hold on, let's get it here. Which to me is the angel looking over. That's how I'll use it for that. It's the judgment, but people have different meanings. But to me, yes. Oh gosh, can you see that? Do you see the angel wings? Do you see the clouds with the silver? Absolutely. And that's one of the cards I've just pulled. So there you go. You can't make this stuff up, can you? And she is so with you, though. She's just, you feel her. I know you feel her. Okay. She's rubbing my back at the moment. So she either used to do that to you, or you feel something. You think your son has magical abilities, very possibly, very possibly. But I do know there's something not right at the moment. Does that make sense to you as well? Okay, so it's not for you to judge with that. Okay, or I know it's your son, and you feel everything they do. I do, but yes, I definitely see. There's all different colour of angels, but there's silver in there as well. But I do know when I do get that card, it means she is so looking over you, and she brings that out deliberately to say, again, speak to her. I feel you do, but maybe not enough, okay? Because she's saying, tell her to speak to me, okay? I'm going to leave all her love with you. She was such a funny lady, if this makes sense. I mean, she's just like, she was darting all around the room just to show me her personality, okay? And she was the sort of lady who used to bang all her pots and pans when she was cooking. Does this make sense? Because that's all I'm hearing is the banging, okay? And I'm going to leave all her love with you, Marianne. I do know as well, she just tell me something. She's sending healing to somebody in your family, and I feel it's a female in your family. She's looking over them, she's watching them, and she's sending healing to them. She just told me I had to tell you that. So I hope that makes sense to you, okay? And thank you so much. Thanks to little Rodney. How do you know about who are you then, Maria? Because I know that name. It's so weird. Hug to little Rodney. Rodney's my little puppy dog. And Marianne's saying that. So I don't know if you're on my circle or not. So that's really funny. Yes, I certainly will. I can't stop hugging him. Thank you, Marianne. Let me have a look, see who I'm going to come to. Okay. Billy Diamonds, can I come to you, please? Okay, let me come to you. Lovely name, by the way. There are lots of diamonds, but well, most of them do. So let's just see. Billy Diamonds. Oh, just wait for me, Billy. Billy, I don't know if you just either completed your job or you finished your job or you're retired or whatever, but I do have the 10 of Wands. And Wands to me is not fire or anything. To me, it's work. So it's either something's been completed, either a project, you finished your work or something, but it flew out for a reason. So that should be very relevant for you at the moment. Let me know if that makes sense, okay? I do know you've worked really hard, or you worked really, really hard in your life. And I do know you're trying to make a decision with somebody, and this is to do with emotions, if that makes sense to you, Billy. You left your job perfect, see? Cars never lies, absolutely. Well, I know you're having to make decisions, and I don't know if it's quite recent, because that jumped out. This must be whoever's done this has done it for a reason. I do know that you are such a hard worker, okay, really, really hard. And I do know you're making choices, and it's emotional choices between you and somebody else, okay? And you need to be really strong about it, okay, Billy, because sometimes, you know, things happen for a reason, and trust your intuition in it, okay? Now, Billy, I have a man and a woman who've just stepped forward who does feel like mum and dad, if not grandma and grandpa. I feel it's mum and dad, but I might be wrong. But they are, or somebody who's with you when you were growing up, because I see a little boy getting raced around in a little toy car, and I believe this is a memory, if you can remember. It's not us, does it look like it's like a wooden thing, and you're running around the room with it, whatever. Let me know if that's correct, okay, Billy? Because it's really important that when they send it, because and they're standing there hand in hand, they absolutely adored each other, and they're with you all the time. They're with you all the time. But they're telling me sometimes you have to walk away from us. I'm not telling you ever what to do, as you've got your own free will. You've got choices. The card's just telling me I've got the 8 of Cups. And if you actually look at the cups, and I don't always go by pictures, but this is what I'm feeling, the man is walking away of the emotions, okay? Now, and it's come right underneath the 2 of Cups, which is your decision. So this is up to you, Billy, what you want to do, okay? I like playing with toy cars. Yeah, this right, okay, because I'm seeing this. I feel you're on it, but that might just be just symbolic. Remember, they're just flashing images into me, okay? But you know, sometimes you just have to walk away from a situation, okay? If you feel it's right. It's not what I'm telling you what to do, if you think it's right. Because what the cards are actually telling me, if you do walk away from the situation, Billy, you'll feel so much better. You've actually got the 6 of Cups again. So this is all emotions, all to do with your emotions, okay? And sometimes when you walk away, you start to feel so much better, if this actually makes sense to you. Now, this man and woman who I do feel is mum and dad or grandma and grandpa, I do feel that they're giving me a swan, Billy. Now, so I don't know if this is a swan pub or it's a swan. Something symbolic for me for a pub. But they give me the swan as well for a memory. So something, no, I feel something happened with the swan if that makes sense to you, okay? I want to leave all the loss with you. I have to leave you, it's unusual for a guy, but I have to leave you pink roses. And I do feel that these pink roses were either left on a graveside or was put on a coffin, because that's what they're giving me, okay? But the pink roses should be very accurate. Yeah, it makes sense. Right, perfect. Well, just take what you can from that reading, okay, Billy? We never ever should ever tell you what to do. We just tell you what the cards are advising you to do if you feel it's right, okay? That is very, very important, okay? We will never ever tell you what to do. We should never tell you what to do. But this man and the woman, who I still feel that his mum and dad just love you so much, and just like, and they're telling me, they're still learning over there. Okay, still learning. So I don't know actually know what that means by them, but I think maybe you probably know what that means. They say we're still learning things over there, and I actually hear them laughing as well. So that should make sense to you. So Billy, yes, it makes sense. Great, thank you. Billy, I'm going to leave their absolute love with you. Could you just let me know in the comments if it is mum and dad? I just like the validation, if that makes sense. Okay. And I'm going to leave all their love with you. Great people. And thank you so much for being here. Right, I've got time for one more. Yep, I've got time for one more. So let me see who I am going to come to. Oh, who's going to get luck of the draw? Whoever this stops at. That's so weird. It stopped the same place. I've already given a reading, so that's not happening. Right. Cosmic World Bridger. You've just literally just come up there. So I'm going to give you the last reading, okay? Cosmic World Bridger. So you obviously do this line of work somehow anyway. So let's see what we have for you with a name like that and with your photo. So let me see. Not Father, but I know who it is. That's perfect. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. Right. Let me see. Let me give these a really good shuffle. And I will give you your reading. Cosmic World Bridger. Some name. Right. Okay. Well, I'd like to know where you got that one from. Was that a dream? Very possibly. Was that a dream? Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's just my imagination, because sometimes it can be because of your name, but I can see a wizard. I just see a wizard standing with a hat on. Now, I don't get things like that. I'm not one of these woo-woo people that sees all these cosmic beings and things, but I am seeing a wizard with a hat on. Could you do me a favour and let me know if that means something to you, or was it just my imagination? Okay, strange. Okay, let me give you a reading anyway. Okay, right. You have just completed and you have just finished your work, if that makes sense. This is what I'm getting, okay? Or there's a project you've just finished. That's what I'm guessing. There's a project you have just finished. But I also know when I've got the Eight of Cups out again in a different position, but the Eight of Cups is in the past. You just used to walk away from things. No matter what it was, you just used to walk away, and you used to. You didn't think of the consequences. Does that make sense to you, Master Merlin? But does that right? Is that who I was seeing? Amazing. Or are you making that up as well? Am I don't know. Let me know, okay? I don't know. I do know now that people look up to you. Okay, now they do. Now they look up to you and they want information from you. I don't know if it's because you do this work or whatever, but I do feel. I also feel you've got the Emperor. To me, that's a very powerful man, and I do feel that you are a you're very good at what you do, if that makes sense. Okay, you're very good. You're very accurate. You work hard at it. Okay, and you don't. I'm not going to say this because this is what I'm getting. You don't get any something. You get no BS. You don't give anybody any BS, okay? If that does make sense to you. Sometimes you do get things wrong, which we all do. Sometimes you get things, but you always know how to put it right, if that makes sense to you. Cosmic World Bridger, okay? I just like saying that word, okay? I do know as well you are going to be starting something new as well. And you've got the Ace of Wands, and I do know to me that's to do with work. But you are going to be starting a brand new project as well. And I'm getting within the next 2 months, okay? Next 2 months. A little boy has just stood beside me and he has got blonde hair, okay? I'm just trying to think. I feel I feel he passed really young in this world, okay? And he's going, just tell him I'm fine, just tell him I'm fine. So if you know who this little boy belongs to, give me a shout with that, okay? I do know you do really well with what you do, really, really well. And I also know that people do look up to you, which is great, okay? I'm going to leave Always Lovely because I do have to go because it's the end of my time, and if not, I'm going to be actually shut off otherwise anyway. So I'm going to thank everybody thank you, Cosmic World Project, for here, and thank you so much for everybody coming on to me tonight, today, wherever you are, okay? And it all does make sense, brilliant. And I'm going to leave everybody. I do a development circle for beginners on a Sunday night. If you want to look at my page, it's a Development Circle of Light. Okay. It's super on a Sunday night at 7 o'clock UK time. Okay, I'll be going back to Tuesdays in a couple of weeks. If you want to follow the page, Development Circle of Light. Okay, it's free of charge, don't charge anything. Thank you, everybody, so much. And I will see you not next week, but the week after. Thank you. Bye-bye.